and we saw the allure of the Hollywoods, eventually the Atlantas and everything else, then we went and tried to sell it all and stopped building. And then listen to everybody else tell us how we can keep making money and kept adapting and kept moving in that manner, and we stopped building. But this is why folks like us can stand out in the middle of all that. These white folks, they're the ones studying now. They're doing all the research. They're doing it. So they see something like us. It's like, man, this is kind of on par with what I know this should be. And,
right.
and everything else. So even when they follow the everything else, it's something that it just resonates with them. It's something outside of where they are. It's something cooler. And I want to buy in. And now search and rescue is a category within that, because you still got the trappy, pill popping rapper. You still got the gangster rapper. You still got the flashy rapper. They still got their core audience, but there is an audience for this. It's just arts and culture. It's just, yo, I can tell this is well researched. I can tell they're doing the work. You know, it's the intellectual crowd.
It's the intellectual crowd.
When I was studying Monty Python in the 70s, 60s, 70s, their audience was called the silly intellectuals.
The silly intellectuals?
Silly intellectuals.
That's
cool. No, that's what the Monty Python, when they were breaking down their audience, that's the term they came up for their audience. Silly intellectuals.
Wow.
Because when you think about comedy, like Monty Python is the first folks I came across that were cerebral comedy, and that's what I watched a lot as a kid on Channel 12. But and it's funny because reading into the more, Channel 12 actually broke them into the market. They're British, but it was just like smart comedy. It was the theatrics and all that, but it was metaphor. It was, you know, the Italian the Italian speaking class, but all the students knew more than the teacher. The going to the cheese shop that didn't have any cheese. The going to the pet shop and buying a bird. They told you the bird was asleep. Come and find out the bird was dead. And then you trying to resell the bird back. Like just weird, funny, but smart shit. That's the pocket we fall into. There's a message there. It's hilarious. It's witty. It's well thought out. You know, like it ain't just showed up and just started doing cartwheels and everybody laughed and we threw a bottle of milk at a car and everybody laughed. No, this was written out. This was thought out. This was broken down and put back together like a song. And we're pulling an audience. My folks don't get it. They didn't come up on that. My demo Declan actually is an outlier for me. My audience has been older and Caucasian. The black side has been, they're adventurous and they want to see what's going on here. The white side has been like, I've seen this. He's doing something that, I used to watch that. Nobody's doing that anymore.
Right. Yo, my uncle picked up on the Top Gun score in one of the episodes.
Yeah.
He was like, "Yo, man," because he was just talking about Top Gun. And he's like, "Yo, they're about to come out with a new Top Gun." He's like, "Yo, man."
That's why I did.
He said sometimes I might just go watch Top Gun 1, man. Like that was the coolest. He was like, that was it right there, man. Like, and I'm like, he's from that era. Like he was probably, that's what got him going. So he picked up on it. But my uncle is alternative. He went to King College, fire department. He was on a wrestling team. So you see where he was at with it.
Culture. That's the intellectual. The silly aspect is I still like to laugh. Silly intellectual, but it's got to be substance there. It's got to take me there, and that's why it's funny. It's funny because of the changing of context. This don't belong, but you made it belong. Bill Murray being really ridiculous but serious at the same time. Monty Python, same thing. Wes Anderson, like all these folks tap into all those different things that used to be like, you know, super niche but then big at the same time. Like Monty Python were rock stars, but still at the same time not everybody knew about them. But they had hit albums, they had hit movies, they had like, it was killing them. Producing all the joints by themselves, writing it all by themselves. The dude from Monty, the animator, ended up doing Fear and Loathing. Like, I just was tapping into all of that. But like I was saying before, we either going to be putting folks on or reminding them. That's always going to be the goal. It's really attached to, like, I'm not drawing anything from scratch. It's all attached to something, some sort of inspiration. And now I'm mixing that with the inspiration of you, taking your story and mixing it in. And now, you know, we just hit them from all angles. And the people that care, the people that appreciate, people that are well-researched and cultured and open, that's who the audience is. The urban demographic is not open, first of all. It has to be what it is. Is that you know, you look at something and whatever the writing says it is, that's what you believe it is. There's no taking it outside of the box. No imagination. Niggas is too cool to imagine. Niggas is too cool to dance. It's too cool to go to a party. Everybody at the party on the phone.
Yeah.
That's the urban demographic.